Scott, it was funny those General Electric TV ads you're talking about. Where I give credit to GE for like making fun of themselves as a stodgy old company, and they're actually pretty funny TV ads. But it's interesting. I also see this so much. There's this sort of this sense among the chattering classes, like the legacy tech companies have somehow been supplanted. I mean, they're on their way out, and the smaller startups are going to take over. And these household tech names that we've known for years are actually not keeping up, so they're going to fade away surprisingly quickly.
Greg, are you guys fading away? I don't feel like I'm fading away. I don't know about you.
Not anytime soon.
This is another recurring theme, right? We've heard this many times before. In 2001, Microsoft was going to rule the world, and in 1988, IBM was going to rule the world. Everyone else was going to fade away. This is just another recurring theme. It just happens to be a couple of big public cloud providers now. They're going to have an impact, but they're going to have a positive impact. It's disruption, and then people react to it. Some people can react well and adjust and stay in the market. Other people will go the way of Blockbuster. So it's really more an indictment of a particular company and their culture than it is to say all vendors that happen to have a legacy business are going to go, belly up. It's how do you adjust? IBM reinvented itself in 1996. They did very well. They might have to reinvent themselves again, but
that's right.
That's the key, reinvention, not whether you're in a legacy business or not.
I just read an article recently. Well, obviously, since the Dell EMC thing happened, we've seen headlines in Wired magazine about The Walking Dead and kind of
I saw the piece, right?
This really dark image of legacy companies. But I saw an article recently. It talked about the 5 oldest IT companies, and they're still around. It's the IBMs, the HPs, the Texas Instruments.
Unison.
These are companies that are still here. They're not going anywhere. And I'm not trying to define or defend legacy vendors here, but I think this concept of dinosaurs and Walking Dead is a bit overplayed. Again, it goes back to the clickbait thing. It sounds interesting, but Scott made the comment about how these companies are evolving. Look, every IT company, just like their own customers and their businesses, are evolving, some faster than others, and the ones that don't evolve are going to go by the way of Blockbuster. It's very simple.
James, look at the fact that global GDP is growing by maybe 2 or 3% aggregate. Some economies growing faster than others. You know how fast the server market is growing? 7%.
Is the server market itself actually a hardware market still? I thought software was eating the world, but you're telling me like
where does software run, right?
Really? You mean software needs hardware to run?
Exactly. This is a funny argument, right? Like, none of this stuff matters anymore. Really? Because where's all this other stuff that's so magical? I'm an application guy through and through, but like at the end of the day, you still need like things for it to run on, right? It still needs power and cabling and switches and routers and servers and all of this stuff. It's just whether, as a developer, are you thinking about that? Maybe not. You're thinking about where's my app run. But then there's all these other teams of people that make all the magic happen, right?
I guess the software-defined data center does have to run on some piece of hardware somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, containers are great. I don't need anything anymore. I'm using CoreOS. I don't even need an operating system anymore. Right?
If you've got containers, you don't need anything else.
Exactly, right? But
containers and DevOps, that's everything you need.
It just changes your lens as the user to what's important, right? What's important might be this little chunk of a container, but then you rely on other people and other technologies that actually make the container work. It's just what you focus on. Used to have to be the entire stack from cement up through internet connectivity, and now I can just worry about my little piece and move a lot faster as a result.
That's right.